Hello and a warm welcome back to another episode of The Head Coach with me, Daniel. It's Season 4, Episode 5. We're still at Dover as we begin to run into our National League campaign with an away trip to Stockport, who we of course played with in our Golden Generation Challenge a few weeks ago, and then at home to Guiseley, who are sitting above us in second place at the moment. It looks like the playoffs the roof of where we're going to be able to finish this year, so let's have a look at the results since you were last with me, see how we got to that position. Obviously you were with me for the disappointing defeat in the FA Trophy at Fylde, where we lost our chance to win a trophy at this level. We then went away to Eastleigh and drew 0-0. It was an absolutely shocking game and the front two were awful. We were under the cosh for a lot of it, but the back four defended really well. We then played Blyth and won 1-0. Manny Parry with a lovely header to win us the game. We then had Gateshead at home where we won 4-2. We got two late goals there, which made it look a bit easier than it was. We were 2-1 down at one stage, but we did manage to get the win in the end. We then went away to Salford, who are really struggling on this save, and Jonah Younger's brace put us 2-0 up before Mitch Brundle got sent off as usual. We then struggled away at Woking with a 2-0 defeat. The less said about that one, the better. Before getting some points on the board again with a draw at home to Aldershot. Mitch Rundle was back for suspension in this game and got sent off again, so that was the last we saw of him for a couple more games. Before we then won 1-0 at home to Aldershot, back-to-back 1-0 wins. Dave Owen coming to the fore in this one, gets a start, gets a goal, and the same happened in the following game, but unfortunately he picked up a knock in that one as well and wasn't at his best in our 3-1 defeat to Dulwich Hamlet last time out. Mitch Brundle was back for that one. He's got injured and he's now out for another 3 or 4 weeks. So that's probably the last we'll see of him this season. But oh well, let's get into today's doubleheader. We've got Stockport first. There's not much else happening. I will just mention to you quickly about jobs that are going. There's none that are really close to happening at the moment. We've applied for Bristol Rovers, but we're unlikely to get it. We've had various interviews as with last time, but nothing's gone over the line, and it looks like we're going to be waiting until the end of the season again. One bit of news on the team front before we announce the lineup. Unfortunately, Mitch Walker's decided that he wants a fresh challenge. He's asked to leave us at the end of the season, so we'll have to let him go. Obviously, he's only our backup keeper now, so it's not as big a news, but he is our record appearance maker, so it's a shame to see him go. And as we're on this screen, it has reminded me we've just had the one signing as well, I think, that went through after the episode. We were already in talks to sign Lewis Boothroyd, I think that is. I don't know how you pronounce it. He's been playing first choice for us at left back. He's 3.5 star current ability, 4.5 star potential. He's well above seniors level and has come in as a result. We've also signed a backup right back, Jordan Thomas on loan, 3.5 star current ability, 4 star potential. He's rated better than Pike in terms of current ability, but in terms of performances he hasn't really been able to do that, so we're going to keep him on the bench for now. He's only come in because we haven't got a second choice right back, and it's nice to see our director of football actually filling gaps in the squad for us rather than just signing 4 left backs and whoever else he thinks. So that's quite a nice touch. But let's get into the first game. We've got a lineup: Scott Brown in goal, Pike, Parry, Casey and Boothroyd at the back, Xavier, Coventry, Ashby and Tretcher in midfield, and Newell and a Younger up front. Owen's back to fitness and is on the bench, and we've got Brundle out injured as we mentioned before. So let's see what we can do in this one. If we can get to winning ways, that would be lovely. Obviously we had a disappointing result in the last game against Dulwich Hamlet before we came back on camera, but before that we had been in fairly good form, so hopefully we'll be able to get a result in this one. Stockport with the kick-off and they'll have the early possession. As I said, we've had a few more job interviews. We did think we were going to get a couple in League 2 at some point. We've even been turned down for conference jobs after interviews. I don't know how, because we're really working hard. I think it's just the coaching badges, because we're overperforming again. We're sitting in 3rd place with a semi-pro side. We've got the 18th highest wage budget in the league, to put it into perspective, which is roughly where we're expected to finish. We've got an attack here. A Younger wins a flick on. I thought it was going to drop. What's happened there? We've got the goal from it. Jonah Younger taps in. The goalkeeper for Stockport slide tackled the centre half who had the ball, and that meant that we just had a tap-in the end because both of them were on the floor. I don't know why their keeper decided to start tackling his centre half, but we're more than happy to oblige and tap in the rebound, and 20 minutes in we're 1-0 up as a result. Coventry with a big ball up to a Younger. He's got the support there with Newell. Can he finish? Good first touch, but the shot is straight at the keeper, and we have to settle for 1 for now. George Newell really has dropped off a little bit. He's had to play in the target man role a bit, where a Younger was out and Dave Owen was in. But now he's back in that role and he just doesn't look a natural finisher, which is surprising given his statistics. But Stockport are bringing the ball forward here. They're finally going to build an attack, but we've won it back with Tretcher and Ashby now to Casey. Big long ball and Ayunga's in from it. Can he get into the box? He can't. He shoots early, but Hunt makes a good save. And to be fair to him, he's made a couple of good saves other than that ridiculous slide tackle on his centre half. The corner comes out, it goes through everyone to Ashby, and his shot is brilliant, but just wide. And going into half-time, it looks like we're going to have to settle for one, as a couple of shots since have gone awry. But we still haven't had a shot on target against us, and we look really comfortable in this game, and it looks like we may have a chance to get back to winning ways straight away. There we go then, just a couple of seconds now. Surely that will be half-time. It is. We're 1-0 up. It's been a good performance. We've looked completely comfortable and haven't even conceded a shot on target. We'll warn them not to get complacent. We don't want to be giving results away. Have you just seen that kickoff? George and all passed it to their centre-half, or their right-back. They've just passed it away. I mean, the easiest thing in football is to pass a kick-off to your own player. There is nothing harder in the game, and he's managed to give it away. And George Nall is definitely going to be the first substitute off today. As Stockport come forward from it, we still haven't won the ball back properly. They're building it. We've got two banks of four camped behind the ball, and then finding space between us with Nash, who hits it over. And if that had gone in, George Nall would have been off immediately, because there's nothing harder in football than a centre kick. You've just got to tap it to your teammate and then run away. I mean, there's nothing harder in the game, and the fact that he just passed it to a centre half absolutely baffles me. It may not have been the centre half, but the fact he passed it to one of their players straight away. But he is in this time, George Nall. Can he make amends? He can't. He's hit it a Hunt again, and I've had enough. I know it's only 2 minutes in. George Nall's coming off. We're going to bring Dave Owen on. He's a good player, and hopefully he'll be able to make a difference. He's scored 2 in the last 2 games he started, and as a result, Amici wins it back. Ashby in quickly, and Owen's going to get a run in the team after this, because Nall's really struggled. The last few games he doesn't deserve to be in the team, and we'll drop him as a result. Here we go with the throw-in on the left. Butroy to Casey. Nothing silly at the back. Let's just get rid of it. Ashby playing some nice football, but I'm always nervous while we're playing here. Tretcher's lost out, and that's exactly where my fear was. We've lost the ball 30 yards out, but thankfully they've just given it back to us. This Stockport side doesn't look anywhere near as good as the one we had in the Golden Generation, where we had the 7 regenerated players who led us to silverware. If you haven't seen that save yet, I'll put a link. Go and check it out. It was quite interesting. It was on Football Manager Touch, so we didn't have that opportunity to speak to players, which is always something I find really difficult on that game mode. But in this one, coming up to the hour mark, we still look comfortable, and we're more than happy. We'll take a 1-0 win as we did in our last 2 home games. We've got another warning to close down the centre forward this time. We'll do that. We'll do the other ones while we're there too. And let's get back and look at the gameplay. As Stockport come forward, they've looked fairly confident at the start of this second half, and have actually had more shots than us now, even if not on target. Nash thankfully shoots from 25 yards again, and it's gone a long way wide, and we'll be happy for them to take them for the rest of the game. We've got a throw in now on the right coming forward. Coventry into Ayunga on the edge. Turns and shoots, but it's blocked well. Stockport are bringing it away. I nearly said Coventry there. That's our centre midfielder, not the team. Nash on the right-hand side, but the ball's cleared away. That was excellent sweeping by the central midfielders. And it's a corner to Stockport with an hour gone. Oates wins the header and it's just over. That's definitely their best chance so far. Connor Coventry's looking quite tired. We'll bring Bellamy on for him. But I'll take Xavier off for Jason Davis just because he's a little bit more defensive. And how's your luck? We've just made the 3 changes and now Ayunga's got injured. We're going to have to put Owen up front on his own, and I couldn't have asked for a worse thing to happen than that. We're going to be more disciplined as well while that's happened. They're bringing it forward again, and you'd expect they'd have most of the run in now. They've got Brown in the middle to Sinclair Smith. The cross is blocked, or the shot in the end it was blocked, and we managed to survive again. Ashby with a free kick in, and Manny Parry heads over. Sorry, I paused for a minute there. I was in suspense hoping it would go in. And we've got a corner a couple minutes later. We're still getting a lot of the play considering we're down to 10 men. Not through a sending off for once, thankfully. But we're going to also switch to counter-attacking now with 10 minutes to go. As we've mentioned with the National League, with these 17 playoffs, which we've benefited from the last 2 years, to be fair, as we've finished in that position. But one of the biggest problems with it is that we don't get that quarter-final. We always get away from home if we're in 6th or 7th, and we never have a chance of winning against the bigger teams. If we're in 3rd, we skip the quarter-final completely, and in the semi-final we have home advantage against the 4th or 5th, the winners of those quarter-finals in 4th and 5th place. So it'll make a huge difference to us if we can guarantee semi-final, and it is progress. But Stockport have the ball in the box, and Nash puts it wide. We saw Dave Owen miss a chance before we were rambling on about the playoffs. And unfortunately, it's still going to be a nervy finish as a result. Zach Brown in the middle for them. He's really started things every time it's gone through him. We've cleared it long from the back, but it's coming straight back at us now with just the one little man up front. Davis on the right with the long ball up. Owens nicked it off the centre half. Can he get through? Why is he shooting from there? He's 30 yards out. He's through on goal. The centre half's never catching him, and he still decides that that's all he can do. In other news, their goalkeeper's got a 6.8 rating, despite almost costing them the game here. Well, he probably has cost them the game if they don't equalise. He slide tackled the centre half, who's got a 7.2 rating. So one of them's got to be at fault, surely. Dave Owens having a shocker since he's been on. He's missed 2 real gilt-edged chances. And that's my one problem with him. We mentioned it when he signed. He's a striker who can't finish. And I've just started laughing there because have you seen that attempt at a cross? Darren Stevenson's come on for them. I saw Jason Oswell come on. Nash is through and hits the post. And Boutroid makes a brilliant challenge. The 2 men who have come on for Stockport are men who we had in our golden generation save. The rest of them we don't really recognise. Parry's chased the man out from the corner. We've just got to hang on. We've got 5 minutes of injury time. But Davis wins the ball back and brings it forward. But the highlight ends. A couple of minutes into stoppage time. The goal kick's gone long from Stockport. Oswell flicks on. Casey's got it at the back. And this time no nonsense. Big long clearance up. Tretcher with the through ball. Can Owen finish at the 3rd time of answering? He can't, and he's nearly put it out for a throw-in. I mean, that's Ibra Sakaja territory from season 1 at Bognor, that. And he's been absolutely awful as well. And we've got quality strikers at the club now, but none of them were on form bar Jonah Younger, and he's now probably going to be injured for the season because we haven't had that sort of luck recently. The ball's been cleared long, and again it's bouncing straight back. Nash is in one-on-one, and what a challenge that was by Casey. They've got a corner from it, but we've managed to clear it long with Davis. Owen's got a chance to close it down again and gets in, but it's a fantastic sliding tackle for Stockport, and we've got a corner with 45 seconds left. Davis is going to put it in. He's in no rush to take it, the lad. Fair play, that's excellent. Take as long as you want, son. He's headed away. The ball's gone to Tretcher. He's going to get it wide again to Davis. Puts the ball in, but he knows it's going to be blocked out for a throw-in. And that's just about time. Surely that's the win. We've nicked it 1-0 through a horrendous goalkeeping mistake from Stockport. The big Warriors Jonah Younger's injured with all the other strikers woefully out of form. We're still in 3rd with 6 points off the top still. If we beat Guiseley, we'll be level on points with them and just behind on goal difference, and it would almost certainly wrap up a top 3 finish to us, which is so important. Let's go and quickly look and see what they've said about the game. We were fortunate to win. Of course we were, it was just a silly error. But let's have a look at Jonah Younger. He's out for 2 to 3 weeks with concussion. Obviously we did play the last half an hour of that game with 10 men, so it was a really good result. And hello, what's this? We've been linked with the Tranmere Post. I tell you what, I'd love that one. I think they're in our league now. They're down in 9th place, but they're a big professional club, and they're something we couldn't turn down, to be honest. It's a job that's going, we'll wait for them because it's only 1.5 star. We won't apply for it ourselves. We've only been applying for League 2 and League 1. A lot of the conference teams have approached us themselves if they want us to have interviews. But we'll leave that for now, and we'll be back in a minute for the Guiseley game on Tuesday night. Right, we're back for the second of our doubleheader against promotion rivals Guiseley. In theory, we could be just 3 points off the top of the league if we win this one, and Macclesfield drop points at home to Maidstone. So it's all to play for at the moment. But as I said, the priority is still to make sure we get a top 3 finish and skip that playoff quarterfinals, which has been the hurdle for us at every single season in this save so far. So let's have a look at the team we've got for this one. Only a couple of changes. We've got Scott Brown in goal. We've got Pike, Parry, Casey and Boutroid at the back again. Davis in for Xavier on the right of midfield with Tretcher on the other wing as always. Coventry and Ashby continue in the middle with Dave Owen and Newell up front with Jonah Younger out injured. We're going to give them 2 one more game. Lemon High Evans is sitting there waiting. We've got Jordan Murphy who's done well when he's played. So there are plenty of people who can step in if need be. But let's get into this second game. Hopefully we can get a big result in this one and we can be back in the title race, which would be a great end to the season for us. And if we got Dover into League 2, we better get a job higher up. They're playing a 4-4-2 as well, which hopefully gives us a chance. We're going to get them to prove a point. All about getting a 1-0 win today. I don't care about the performance at all. If we can win this game, it's great. If Owen and Newell start missing chances galore, then we'll get them off the pitch. We'll get Lemon High Evans on. Xavier can play up front if need be as well. So I've got 2 men who can go up there on the bench. But let's see if we can get an early lead with that free kick from Boutroid has gone high. It's really poor. But we've got another goal kick now with Brown. It's a big long ball up the pitch to Newell. He's got on the end of it. He's through on goal. What a finish that is. He obviously took heed from the early substitution in the last game. He got his warning and he is absolutely on fire at the start of this game. And we're now 1-0 up and level on points with second place Guiseley as it stands. Just 3 points off the leaders, Macclesfield. We'll keep an eye out on the bottom right of the screen with our updates to see if there's any Macclesfield results come in as we gift them a chance one-on-one, and Scott Brown makes a fantastic save to get it wide for a corner. These are the sort of games that get my juices flowing. We're on the edge of the box there. It's been cleared away by Pike. Dale Southwell's playing for them. He's a good player at this level. They've got a few other decent players. Will Hatfield in the middle of midfield there. So they have got decent players, but they've also got a lot of the team that were still there at the start of this game when they're expected to go down. But Pike's got the ball at right back. It was a lovely spray of the pass from Ashby. Newell's not got on the end of that ball from Davis, which was fairly off the mark, to be fair. Southwell with a brilliant cross for Linton, and the ball's cleared, but that's going to be a red card. He's made a challenge, Manny Parry, and he's nowhere near the ball. It didn't look like a genuine attempt. This could be red, and this is going to ruin the brilliant start. It's like that every time we go for a run-in, it seems to go wrong so early on. Thankfully, it's only a yellow, but it's going to be a chance for Southwell to make it 1-1, and he does with a good penalty into the bottom corner. But every time I get optimistic in a run-in or a playoff game or anything like that, it always goes wrong, and Guiseley are back in level terms and looking the more threatening. But Jason Davis with the ball to Owen. Owen's lost it again. I'm really starting to get frustrated with him. He scored a couple of goals in a couple of games, and he's just been awful again since. A long shot from Southwell, which goes well wide of the post, thankfully. And 15 minutes in, it's been an end-to-end game, but Guiseley have had the slight better of it, to be honest. Just saw from the table update that Macclesfield have gone a goal up. They're top of the league. They've gone another 6 points clear of Guiseley. And unfortunately, obviously, if we draw, it doesn't matter at all because we're not going to have a chance of catching the title then. They're coming forward again and they're just running hoops through us. And unfortunately, we've just got to hold on now at this point. It's a tough point in the game. We're relying on them making mistakes at the back like they did for the Newell goal. But the long ball up seems to be causing us more trouble than them at the moment. It's two teams who are just hoofing it from end to end. Coventry, absolutely awful in the middle there. That's where we miss Mitch Brundle. We don't have that power through midfield. They've got in on the left and crossed to Southwell. And the keeper, it's just gone straight through him. It's gone straight through Scott Brown. And it's 2-1 to Guiseley. And unfortunately, that's any slight hope we had of the title gone. And we're starting to look down and worry about fourth place again now. So the ball's going to be cleared by Guiseley. It's continuous attacks for them. We're barely getting a pause here. But Jason Davis will intercept that. He finds Dave Owen. He's got two in the middle. It's into Newell and Newell scores again. Dave Owen with the assist and we're back on level terms. What a great end-to-end this game this is. And we do not deserve to be level, but we'll take it. We're past the half-hour mark and we're back for a Guiseley corner. Davis heads away at the near post, but it's only fallen to them on the edge. They just seem to have a spare man everywhere when they're coming forward. But Ashby with a big clearance and the highlight ends. The danger's gone and it looks like we weren't going to make any at the other end. Scott Brown with a goal kick up to Newell, loses out again. Southwell forward to Linton. Look, they've got two runners going past again. Hatfield, who we mentioned a bit earlier, as a danger man for them. But they've just got so much time in the middle. They've got the extra man despite playing the same formation. And look at that. Pike's been caught out again. Casey heads away, but the ball's only fallen to them 30 yards out again. They've got Hatfield in the middle. He seems to be running off the midfielders a bit too easily. And there he is again. Both of them are closing down the same ball, and it's not working. Mooney to Tretch has intercepted, and he's going to clear, hopefully. But the highlight ends before we can find out. Casey heads away, and Butroy, can we bring it forward and nick an undeserved leave before half-time? Owen with the ball up to Newell. He's held it up well. He's gone back to Ashby and Tretcher on the left now. Tretcher finds Coventry. Can he get the ball out to Owen? Great flick to Davis. Into Newell. Newell should have had his hat-trick, but he's headed wide. We didn't deserve it, but it was a great chance for us to take the lead. But George Newell unfortunately can't make the most of it that time. And they're coming forward again now. Southwell to Linton. I mean, there's a minute between the highlights here. It's ridiculous end-to-end football. A great advert for the league, not for the defending. But Tretcher's got Owen in. Can he finally make the most of a chance? He's in behind. He's hit a post from a clear one-on-one. Dave Owen's finishing has been so far off, it's unbelievable. I don't know how he's rated so highly, because he's only got an 8 or 9 for finishing. Here's Owen on the halfway line, holds it up well for Davis. Davis with a big ball in. Newell, surely he's got to get the hat-trick now. He's hit it straight at the keeper, and they've been wasting chances. We've had 4 clear-cut chances in this half, and we've still only scored 2. Newell with a brace. Dave Owen's been poor. And we're going to tell them it's disappointing, because it has been, and the assistant manager's completely right with that. They've made a sub at half-time. and we've got to defend well here. They're bringing it forward early doors in the second half. Clements into Hatfield in the middle. Hatfield up to Linton. He's been causing us trouble on the left. Clements into Southwell. Oh, I thought he'd given a penalty then. Thankfully it was a free kick for us. I was so sure he'd given a penalty again that time. But we are holding on for 2-2 at the moment as Dale Southwell gets a booking for that. Tretcher's picked up a knock, so we better make a change there. We've got Xavier who can come on the left. Coventry's having a poor game and on a booking too, so we'll bring on Bellamy. The last thing we need is another red card. And we'll leave it at those two changes for now, so we've got a flexibility in the last one. Parry's rating's only poor because of the penalty. Boutroyd Senior's not really fit on the bench, so it's hard to make a substitution there. But he is looking nervous. Ideally, I'd like to take Dave Owen off with Lemon High Evans sitting there waiting for his chance. Southwell's getting in behind again. I'm just worried about how poor we look at the back as Linton gets another shot away, but Scott Brown makes the save. We're past the hour mark and it's Guiseley coming forward again. Ashby's made a risky slide tackle on the edge of the box but got away with it. Davis with a clearance out to Xavier. Can we counter now? It's 4-on-3. Null switches it over. Owens chased it out wide when he didn't need to. The ball across the box though to Xavier. Davis! Oh, Xavier tried to shoot and it ended up going backwards. Davis tried to shoot and put it in the side netting and it remains 2-2. We're going to take Dave Owen off for Lemon High Evans. I know Dave Owen's rating's been good in this game, but he's been really poor in front of goal. And I just find it unacceptable for a striker to consistently perform like that. Guiseley have got the ball in midfield again. Hatfield the danger man. He's caused so much trouble today. Linton back to Hatfield again. They're bringing it forward round us again. They've got the ball out wide. Mooney with a cross. He's unmarked. Oh... Alex Pike, for all his qualities, is so poor at following the wide runners. McFadzean ran in easily and taps it in. With 3-2 down, Manny Parry's rating's gone down to 5.4 now, and he's going to be very careful if he's not dropped for the next game, because Boateng's ready to come in if need be. Mooney crosses to Linton, and they've got a free chance at another one there. We need to go to be more disciplined, or this could be any number of goals by the end. We'll still go attacking towards the end, but we need that back four to be solid. They're on defensive duties only. They're not expected to go forward, so I don't know why it's so hard for them. But it just seems that Guiseley have got a good, dangerous front four, and they've caused us all sorts of problems. Pike heads the ball away. Bellamy wins it back. Evans is in, but good challenge by Flowers at the back for them. Davis wide again. Can he get the cross in? Null's up there, but he's not going to get on the end of that. They've cleared it only as far as Ashby. Xavier again. It's out to Pike, Ashby, and we're continuing to put pressure on them, but not really getting a clear chance. Davis with a cross to Xavier who hits the post, and the ball's been put behind for a corner with 5 minutes to go. The corner's coming in, but we'll pause that for a minute so we can go attacking. We're also going to run at the defence more. We've already got the ball being pumped up high, so let's see if that makes a difference. The corner in is straight at the keeper, and that is so frustrating. I'd love to be able to automatically substitute a player every time they do that. There's no excuse for a corner to go straight at the keeper in the 6-yard box. With 2 minutes to go, Null puts a free kick in. The centre-half's headed it to us. And it wasn't the centre-half, it was their centre-forward, Linton. His header to clear it has gone backwards into the path of Evans, just 2 yards out from goal. And he taps it in and nicks that goal. The poacher's instinct that we've been looking for all game. And we're going to nick a point here, surely. We're going to leave it on attacking and see if we can nick a winner, because it's the type of manager I am. Bellamy finds Evans up to Null. If we score a winner, we'll be going as defensive as you can find. Xavier on the left. The ball deflects and Flowers will clear that easily. But what a turnaround this could be if we can nick something out of this game. Casey's lost out in the air to Hatfield. The ball's coming forward. Southwell's in again, but thankfully he shoots from distance and it's gone wide. Again, we've got 5 minutes added time. I don't know why there's so much in all these games. And we've just got to cling on for it and try to create a goal at the same point. It's not a disastrous result. It keeps the 7-point gap back to 4th place Woking as it is now. Southwell to the edge to Hatfield. The shot's blocked. Boutroyd with the challenge, but they're bringing it forward again. It's only fallen to them 30 yards out. Priest with a cross, but thankfully it's a long way wide, and hopefully Scott Brown can take his time with the goal kick. We've still got another highlight. It's going on endlessly. Flowers heads the ball away to McFadzean and they're bringing it forward again. It's so easy in the middle for them. They've absolutely dominated the midfield battle today, and that's where we've missed Bitch Brundle. Mooney's got the ball and the header in the box, but Scott Brown delivers well. Handles well, delivers well. I'm all over the place at the moment. You might as well ignore the commentary I'm giving. Let's just look at what happens on the screen. Evans is in one-on-one, but it's a great interception and clear by the keeper for Guiseley. Pike wins it back again. Evans can cross. Null's in the middle if he can get there. He's not even attacked it. He's just stood still, and that's really annoying when you've got an attacking target man and you're floating across into the box. You'd at least expect him to attack it. He's got a bit of Christian Benteke syndrome there, as Southwell puts the ball well wide, and it's end-to-end stuff in stoppage time. We've barely had a breather in between. Simmons is bringing it away as I'm having to stop to take a breath. They're bringing it forward on the right. They've got the man over where we've gone attacking. Pike's gone walkabout despite the fact he's on defend-only duty. And Davis can bring it away, and now it's us on the counter-attack. What a finish to this game. Casey with a big clearance. Evans could have got on the end of it, but it's going to be a throw into Geisley, and hopefully we can all breathe now, and it will just peter out into a 3-3 draw. But Clements heads it away. Pike's won it back for Ashby. The header's away, but only as far as Bellamy. Newell on the edge of the box. Out to Xavier on the left. We've got Evans in there, but it's headed away. Pike with one last chance. We've got 20 seconds left. Out to Xavier. What an effort that was. But it's just over the bar. I thought he was about to become the hero of the save there. But it is a 3-3 draw. It was a fantastic game. We couldn't handle them going forward. But you can say the same for them because they made two absolutely awful decisions. And the equaliser in particular for Evans came from an awful mistake by them at the back. We stay in third place. We're still 8 points off the title. We've got to accept that's gone now. Macclesfield win again to put the distance between us. We're still 7 points clear of fourth place Hartlepool, so hopefully we'll be able to avoid that quarter-final of the playoffs. We'll keep applying for jobs in the Football League, trying to take them on at the end of the season. But that will be all from this episode. We'll be back for the last game of the season to see the outcome of the league table, unless anything exciting happens in the meantime. A massive thanks for following this story as always. If you did enjoy the episode, please put a thumbs up on the video and subscribe to the channel for regular Football Manager content, with new videos from this head coach story every Monday to Thursday at 4:30 PM, as well as other sports games and content on the channel across the weekend. A big thanks for watching again, and we'll see you next time.